Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me. Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. And this watch is the Patek Philippe 5270R001. The original 5270 came out in 2011. This is a 2015 debut, a little bit of an evolved dial, and a newly arrived rose gold case, a watch that's the successor to the legendary 1518 and a long run of brand-defining Patek Philippe Perpetual calendar chronographs. So we're going to take a look at this watch, 41 millimeters in diameter in rose gold. It's 12.6 millimeters thick. It's 49.5 from lug tip to lug tip. It's got a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and it's a nice fit. It's bigger, to be sure, than the 5970, and that by quite a margin. But I would say that if your wrist is my size or larger, you're going to wear this well. So 16 centimeters circumference and up, and it is flat enough with a concave bezel and a relatively thin profile to slip underneath the cuff and easily be compatible with a dress shirt. You can see here we've got a sort of small and medium rectangular scale alligator leather, light brown semi-gloss finish, edge that is sheer cut and lacquered with a monotone stitch. We have calfskin on the bottom, Jean Rousseau strap. We love these. We think they bring out the best in watches. Pull tab spring bars on the case back so you can pop the strap off without tools. All you need is your fingernail. Calatrava across, the logo of the manufacturer. You'll see it also on the crown. Open up the clasp, single fold. We have this little radial spring that snaps into its socket there and provides quite a bit of retention. Considering there's not a trigger release system, that is pretty firm. The lugs are beautifully fluted and stepped, and if you look close, you can see that the lugs were welded to the case and then hand filed. That is an old school and very laborious way of making a case, but is also what you would expect on an Apex complication from Patek Philippe. Vintage-inspired rectangular pushers. You can see that the bezel stepped in a little bit. It's got a vertical lip, concave profile, and then a flange adjacent to the boxed and cambered sapphire. We have that little crown, which allows me to activate the hacking or stop seconds functions here. Column wheel lateral clutch chronograph. You also have to wind it a little bit. And so the column wheel feel on this watch is truly excellent. And you'll find that it's the kind of thing that you would compare with a dotograph, with this requiring a little bit more effort, and the dotograph perhaps less, but this also feels more like a really sharp rifle bolt, a very positive mechanical action, whereas some might say a dotograph with its ultralight action feels almost over-refined. This is for those who want a chunkier chronograph action. Taking a look at the dial now, you can see we've got the tachometric scale, but there's no discernible chin, so we have as peaceful a coexistence as we can possibly have between all of the distant and disparate numeric scales that stretch from the date through the minutes and seconds track all the way down to the tachometric scale. Rose gold hands, rose gold indices, they're there to prevent oxidation or tarnish. Opaline, soft silver metallic sheen. We have the day-night indicator, so you know, for example, whether you're looking at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m., well, you can see that little circle is still white, so we're looking at 2 p.m., it's daytime. Now, as we transition into nighttime, the little circle will fill with blue. That means we're now in the danger zone where you don't want to use these pusher adjusters to make corrections to the calendar system. The calendar system is a perpetual calendar, which means you don't need to make any corrections until the year 2100. Coaxial date with moon phase. The moon phase has a 122-year adjustment interval. We have the leap year phase. 4 is always the summer Olympic year. And then we have the day, the date, the month, the leap, the AM, PM. And then we have these two registers that are slightly dropped down below the center. As you can see, the center of the dial, the true center with the stacked hands and pinions, that is actually on a different plane than the sub-registers, which is characteristic of the 29-535 movement. Turn it all over and you can see that movement. Combination of a lateral clutch with a column wheel. Here's the lateral clutch. Here's the column wheel. 4 Hertz beat rate, free-sprung Gyromax style balance for greater durability and more precise adjustment. We have a metal overcoil hairspring, as Patek includes on its most premium chronographs, so concentric breathing, consistent timekeeping in any position. 4 Hertz, manual wind, 65-hour power reserve, 33 joules, 6-position adjustment, instantaneous jumping minutes. Most of the chronograph parts are steel here, and you can see polished steel in the case of the capped column wheel, satin with side beveling on the chronograph levers, hammers, and clutch, golden chaton a little nod to the way pocket watches used to be made. Holding the intermediate wheel of the chronograph, we have the primary driving wheel operating off the fourth wheel of the movement. We have engine turning on the base plate. We have bevels to a high degree on both the brass bridges and the edges of the steel chronograph parts. Also look carefully and you can see that there's beveling inside all of the jewel sinks, which just looks great. Screw heads are mirror polished with chamfered slots in circumference, and then all of this is water resistant down to 30 meters in a technical sense. In reality, it's more like splash and rain exposure only when you have a push-down crown and a 30-meter rating. So reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.